I'm sure you felt confident, right? Or even heartwarming. Good. So today, I'm here to talk about how powerful these daily cares are. They're strong enough to change the world. Let's start with one of my own experiences. When I first learned about the idea of debating, I was deeply attracted to it. The debaters standing on the platform and confidently sharing their views with the world were so dazzling that I wanted to be just like them. So I began learning debating skills. The learning process was fulfilling, but also made me feel uneasy. When I saw the excellent language ability and strong logical thinking of my peers, I could not help but feel inferior. And last year, I lost in the debating competition that I've been preparing over 4 months. I was really upset, and the idea of giving up debating crossed my mind. I thought maybe it just wasn't my stuff. But while I was sitting in the resting areas, having those negative thoughts in my mind, one of the judges came up to me and said, "Oh, are you right? You look kind of depressed. Just want to tell you that your performance grew brilliant. Don't be discouraged because you didn't win. I'm sure you will do next year." And she patted me on the back, softly, with a sincere smile on her face. That encouragement was only about 10 seconds or so, but it indeed gave me the courage to continue to persist. Maybe I wasn't as bad as I thought. And imperceptibly, I've already been learning debating for nearly a year. During this process, I improved my personal ability to provide the warmth we need to get through tough, and I can tell you 100 more experiences. And you'll probably find that the similar stories has happened on many of us. That is, others' behaviors, emotions had an impact on our behaviors, emotions, or even decisions. When hearing the words changing the world, what comes to our mind is usually scientists and experts and their significant contributions to the world. However, most of us haven't realized that we ourselves were also being changed by some tiny little things around us. And when all these changes come together, the world is changing as well. We want a world that is advanced and developing rapidly for sure, but more importantly, a warm, caring, and friendly world that makes people feel a sense of belonging here. And when it comes to this, the world needs us to do what we can. The world needs all the normal people to do what they can to influence the people who live next door, the community they're in, their friends, their family. And when it comes to this, we're the ones who can take actions and make this world better. Well, I know it might sound unpractical to you, because these daily cares actually helps towards those problems. And the answer is yes. According to Loneliness Survey in 2018, about 45% of respondents worldwide said they feel lonely. This means 1 in roughly every 2 people doesn't feel enough love in their lives. It could be your parents, your friends, your classmates, or even a person sitting next to you right now. And how much difference can our actions make? According to American Psychological Association, about 75 to 80% of respondents said their mental health is significantly affected by the care and support from those around them. According to World Happiness Report, about 80% of respondents with high happiness believe that their life satisfaction and happiness benefits from those around them. What's more, a study in 2007 found that emotions can propagate through third-degree connections, meaning friends of friends of friends can be affected by your emotions as well. This proves that the influence of emotions in the society is recursive and gradual. So I believe that explains why when sometimes our parents just burst into our rooms and say something like, "Why are you still on your phone? You gotta get them do something. You gotta get them and do something useful. No homework, no Stanford. At least that's so. No homework, no Stanford." So, they might just be affected by those around them, or even their friends. Overall, all these data are telling us one thing, that is, small individual actions can make a difference to the world. So, now you might be wondering, where should I start? I divided the whole process into 3 parts. First, having faith in our own potential. Second, embracing the willing and the courage to assist others. And demonstrating genuine kindness. First, having faith in our own potential. Changing the world may appear to be a massive and challenging problem. To this, the tipping point theory from Malcolm Gladwell explains that many small things incrementally leading to a tipping point when great changes happens. If this happens through scientific progress, then it can happen through social progress as well. It's like telling your friends, "Oh my god, you look so good today." And their response might just be a brief thank you or something. But after they get home, they might going to look into the mirror for half an hour and goes, "Gorgeous." At least that's what I do when I receive compliments. And imagining doing that over and over and over. How confident is your friends going to be? What's more, if you look at it from a long-term perspective, you will find that the positive emotions you convey will accumulate more and more. Research by Robert Cialdini and others indicates that when an individual displays positive emotions in social settings, others are more likely to exhibit similar positive emotions and behaviors. This creates an effect of emotional contagion and amplification in the society, which means once you help your friends become more confident, they can affect people around them with their confidence as well, creating a transmit of positive emotions. However, though it is important to believe in ourselves, that alone is not enough. Think about your past experience. Have you ever had a chance to help somebody in need but just eventually choose not to? For example, have you ever noticed a mom with a child in her arms or an elderly man on the subway wanted to offer you seats but just dare not stand up? Or seeing a distressed friend wanted to reach out to comfort them but just ended up looking at them from a distance? These kind of situations happens all the time. If it's not a problem of the belief, then what stops us from giving a hand to others? It's sometimes a fear of embarrassment and taking the first step. Caring is not always an easy choice. It requires vulnerability, empathy, and a willing to go beyond our comfort zones. So, except for believing what we do can help, we also need to be brave enough to start. So, next time, when you struggle with the idea of whether to do it or so, stop hesitating and try even once to just do it. Elon Musk once said in an interview that a rough start is the best start, and that's how success comes. Sometimes it's not about can you do it well, it's about can you start from now. Things to do might take you just about 10 seconds, like in the story that I mentioned at the beginning. But when you deliver one more piece of kindness to the world is becoming a little bit better because of it. And last but not the least, demonstrating genuine kindness. The way we treat others usually projects the way that we wanted to be treated. And vice versa. If you want the world to treat you differently, then start by treating others with the way that you would like to be treated. For example, if you want the world to be peace, you want no more wars, then start by showing care to your mom, your dad, in tonight's dinner. Showing smile to those who conflict with you. If you want the world to be helpful, then start by helping others as realistically possible, such as coaching the children's football team or answering emergency phone calls. If you want the world to be safer, then start by learning first aid for just in case. Well, I still remember the rhythm of 最炫民族风 because it's the same as CPR, for just in case. See, all it takes is to believe in ourselves, be brave enough to start, and be purely kind. This is the way we, as ordinary people, can make a difference to this world. When facing this crazy and challenging and changing world, what are we seeking? And what are we looking for? Yeah, we're looking for a world include advanced technology, a good economy, and a good natural environment, but more importantly, we're looking for help, we're looking for kindness, we're looking for warmth, and we're looking for a home where people can feel a sense of belonging here. The responsibility and ability to change the world has never rested solely on the shoulders of geniuses and heroes, but on every single one of us. So, as long as you're willing, start by the moment that you step out of this hall, or even better, just now. All it takes is 10 seconds for you to deliver kindness, deliver hope, and deliver help. And when all these comes together, we're the ones who can create our changing world.
Thank you, Miuccia.